Welcome to Confidential Remarks, the podcast where we challenge the assumptions, expose the spin, and give the mic back to the consumer. If you've ever felt like the real estate industry is more about protecting itself than helping you, you're not alone, and you're in the right place. Let's get into it. For a long time, we've been taught something very simple about real estate, that value is local, that if you're not nearby, you can't understand it, manage it, or trust it. That belief shaped how this industry was built. But today, I want to challenge that assumption, because what once felt true no longer matches how the world actually works. This idea didn't just exist in one market or one country. It spread everywhere. Real estate became synonymous with local knowledge, local relationships, and local control. And for a long time, that made sense. Distance meant friction. Information traveled slowly. Trust required face-to-face interaction. Local wasn't a preference. It was a requirement. What grew out of that mindset was a maze. Layers of rules, paperwork, processes, and gatekeepers, each one justified by protection, expertise, or tradition. But over time, that maze stopped serving the consumer. It started serving itself. And navigating real estate became less about value and more about dependence. And then something changed. Technology didn't politely improve the system. It cut straight through it. Access to data expanded. Communication became instant. Transparency replaced opacity. The barriers that once justified local control simply stopped holding up. Technology didn't weaken real estate. It exposed what never needed to be there in the first place. Great service doesn't require someone to be down the street. It requires clarity. It requires responsiveness. It requires systems that work consistently, not occasionally. Today, service can be delivered digitally, transparently, and efficiently, without sacrificing quality or trust. This is the shift that matters most. The value is not your zip code. It's not proximity for proximity's sake. Value doesn't come from being nearby. It comes from how well something is run, how clearly it's communicated, and how reliably it performs. The real value lives in the system, in how decisions are made, in how information flows, and how problems are handled before they become emergencies. Systems scale. Systems don't get tired. And systems don't rely on personal availability to function well. Speed matters now more than ever. Speed of response, speed of execution, speed of adaptation. When systems are designed properly, speed becomes predictable. And predictable speed is far more valuable than occasional heroics. And honesty becomes built in, not because someone promises it, but because the system demands it. Clear reporting, clear expectations, clear outcomes. Trust doesn't come from proximity anymore. It comes from visibility. We're moving from an old world built on dependence to a new world built on systems. From local as a limitation to technology as an enabler. The myth of local served its time. But modern reality is different, and the organizations that understand this shift aren't just adapting, they're leading. Thanks for listening to Confidential Remarks, where we say the quiet parts out loud. If today's episode gave you something to think about, share it. If it made you uncomfortable, even better, because nothing changes in silence. Subscribe for more truth, more transparency, and more pressure on the system. Until next time, keep asking better questions.